Welcome to BTB Hot Takes with Andrew Kratzer. Now here's your host, Andrew Kratzer.
Welcome to another live edition of Beyond the Barricade presents Andrew's Hot Takes. I'm your host, Andrew Kratzer, alongside my two co-hosts today, Mark L. Ray and Rod Binks. How is everybody doing today?
Doing bomb diddly swell.
Doing pretty darn good, man.
Our co-host, Michael Steinberg, has checked in. He has a headache, so he will not be joining, but he said, have a good show, guys. Sorry I couldn't take part. Dude, your health comes first, buddy. If you have a headache, I know how hard it is. But also, like to open up the show and say my condolences to Michael Steinberg's dog, Allie, who sadly passed on Sunday. She was 17 years old. She lived a great dog life. And me and Rodney knows how Allie was. I know she barked at me most of the time when I was over at Mike's house. But loved Rodney for some reason. But Allie, you're in our prayers, and we love you, puppy. And see, you'll be hanging out with Mike's dad up in heaven, running around playing fetch, and
Mason Bow.
Yep, they're gonna be doggy pals in heaven. But yeah, prayers to Mike and his family for a loss of their pet, and we love you, Mike. And we'll see you next week on the show. But first off, Mark, before the show started, he has a hot take on Edge, so I'm gonna open up a new segment called "Cutting the Mark" instead of "Cutting the Edge," cutting the mark.
I
like the mark. So Mark.
Cutting the mark.
And Jessica Hoffman, how are you?
Like
and
that.
hello,
Like
K
that.
Marvel. Dude, be safe driving, K. Come on, man.
So, okay. So my hot take is, and I just read this on Sportskeeda. So apparently, they're hit the mark. Yes, I love that. Mike, that's sticking. We're gonna use that shit. So my hot take is, so I love this. This is like good elevator porn music.
We're giving you music for Hit the Mark. You know what I'm saying?
But so apparently, according to Sportskeeda, Edge is supposed to be going back to his old gimmick.
The Rated R Superstar?
Yeah, which literally pissed me off to the highest extent, because why would you give him a brand new dark gimmick, take it from him, give it to Finn Balor, only to have him go right back to his old gimmick? And see, this is the dumb shit that WWE does that pisses me off, because they always do shit like this. They'll take somebody, give somebody a brand new gimmick, let them keep it for like 2-3 weeks, and then take it away from them and have them go right back to doing the same shit that they were doing that worked. We all know that the Rated R Superstar has worked for Edge for years.
For decades.
What was the point of the change?
I think it was because it's a way I think it was kind of a punishment in a way. You have to go back to the Rated R gimmick.
Yeah.
Because you didn't really want the way the Judgment Day was going. So we cut you from the group, even though you were the leader, and you should still be the leader. And I understand with this feud that's happening between Judgment Day and the Mysterios, I think Edge comes out and saves the show saves the Mysterios in a way because his past with Ray as one of the very first WWE SmackDown Tag Team Champions, like when they were back when they had the cool looking belts and everything. But yeah, Michael Steinberg said, "Yeah, well, Judgment Day has fizzled out." Yes, it has.
He also said something about Bray. He said there's rumors surrounding Bray. To touch base on that, Mike. So apparently there's rumors that Bray is possibly going to control your narrative because Adam Scherr really wants to recruit him for Control Your Narrative. He actually tweeted out to him. I think he said, "Come home, brother," on the tweet. So there's that.
Jessica Hoffman said that's so stupid. Edge should go back to his Brood gimmick. That would work. But who would he get? Christian's in AEW. Matt Hardy's in AEW. Jeff Hardy's in rehab. Or whatever he's doing. Gangrel
is in
the Indies somewhere.
Impact?
No, he's in the Indies somewhere.
He's in, I think, GCW?
Something.
Or MLW or some shit?
But I honestly agree with your take because WWE's been really pissing people off lately.
I'm not even going to ask Roddy how he feels because we already know how Roddy feels about Edge.
Did you see?
Enough said.
Like with NXT changing grizzled young vets to the dyads of Joe Gacy's group. Like, what the fuck? Do you see how Zach Gibson looks now? He looks like fucking Kane's son with the.
That's what somebody said. That's what somebody said. They said that's Kane and Lita's son.
Oh man.
But yeah, like WWE changes things. They changed the Viking Raiders to being heels, and then they have the New Day come out dressed as the Viking Raiders and pissing people off. But some people found that segment hilarious because that's how the New Day are and everything. But Mike Steinberg said, well, Bray's bio is a Vince quote. LOL.
Doesn't necessarily mean he's going to come back to WWE.
I would love to see him go to Control Your Narrative and that show that comes to New York. Imagine he debuts there and the fucking promo he cuts.
Listen, I'm just happy that I got to see The Fiend's character. I thought that character was phenomenal.
Yes, it was phenomenal.
It was new. It was different. And I got to see it firsthand live when he first debuted the character.
Yeah, you're lucky. You're one of those lucky
and
people.
I had ringsider seats, and I still got that chair right over here.
Because me and Ronnie were watching it at his house upstairs. And,
it was great.
And we were like, oh shit, who is that? And there was The Fiend. And me and Ronnie looked, and we was like, we should have been there.
It was good. It was really good. Like,
hello, Smooth. How you doing?
What up, bro?
But we got a little good news coming out of NXT with the return of Zoe Stark, which I'm happy.
I actually enjoyed NXT this week. Surprisingly, I didn't think I was going to enjoy NXT that much. I actually enjoyed it.
So did I. Like, even though I wasn't able to watch it live, I recorded it for when I came home for yesterday from Pennsylvania. I also recorded Raw because I was away and I didn't want to watch Monday Night Raw when I'm with family. But so I recorded them and I watched it, and NXT really got me happy. But also, you know what I realized? There's six straight special episodes of AEW happen in a row. Fyter Fest week 1, Rampage, Fyter Fest week for night 1, and then for this week was Fyter Fest night 2, and then tomorrow is Rampage Fyter Fest day night 2, and then next week is Fight for the Fallen.
Yeah,
Bro.
I definitely
Shout
agree
out
with
to
that.
Asani.
Hello, Asani.
I
How are
definitely
you
agree with
doing,
that.
brother?
Ro was absolute cheeks this week.
But and Michael Steinberg goes, "OMG, it's Asani." Asani pops out of nowhere. But yeah, like there's gonna be 6 straight up AEW special episodes, and
Fuck it, why not?
it's crazy. But
Yeah.
I can't wait for. I'm actually excited for Saturday's Ring of Honor show now.
Yeah, I'm excited. So I'm not
Because
going to be able to watch it. I'll watch it probably Sunday night. But
where was Bobby? I have no idea where Bobby Lashley was. Probably out in the hot tub with the ladies, with his United States Championship.
possibly.
Bobby
Bobby wasn't on Raw this week? I thought he was. Maybe I'm bugging.
Asani makes a very good point. Where was Bobby?
Oh, maybe I'm bugging. I thought he was on Raw
So
this
I
week.
know I'll go over the so far with this card for Death Before Dishonor this weekend. We got Allison Kay taking on Willow Nightingale. We got Jonathan Gresham defending his Ring of Honor World Championship against Claudio Castagnoli. We have Samoa Joe defending his Ring of Honor World Television Championship against Jay Lethal. We have Wheeler Yuta defending his Ring of Honor Pure Championship in a Pure Wrestling Rules match against Daniel Garcia. We got FTR, Cash Wheeler, and Dax Harwood taking on the Briscoe Bros in a 2 out of 3 falls for 2 out of 3 falls match for the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championship. We have
brutal match.
Mercedes Martinez defending her ROH Women's World Championship against Serena Deeb.
That's gonna be another good one.
We got the Righteous, who is Vincent, Bateman, and Dutch, defending their Ring of Honor World 6-Man Tag Team Championships against Dalton Castle and the Boys. Now, that card actually looks sick, but why did Logan Paul close the show instead of the women's match? I don't know. And I do not know what they're doing with AJ Styles. ROH is a joke until they get a network. Plus, of course, True Briscoe signed with ROH because nobody else wanted them.
Something tells me they're gonna have Edge go back to his old gimmick, and they're gonna have him form some type of alliance with AJ Styles to take out Judgment Day.
Rated phenomenal. Phenomenally rated R.
I was like, phenomenally rated superstars.
Well, phenomenally rated R. Because now, if Raw is going back to TV 14, that's a perfect.
Oh yeah, that was another thing I want to talk about. Do you feel like this week they held off on the TV 14, or are they going to wait till the Garden?
Because
wait till the Garden.
Because also, if you notice if you go to your Peacock, if you looked at the rating for
now it's just gonna be the cock because it's TV 14.
Yeah. So if you go to your Peacock or the cock, and you look at SummerSlam's rating for next Saturday, you see it's TV 14.
Now we can say it and get away with it because it's TV 14.
It's rumored for SummerSlam to start, and then James. He said
Seth fucking Rollins.
Yo, Pete, if they make that T-shirt,
I will fall off my chair.
They don't have to necessarily write the whole thing out, but if they put effing Rollins.
What was the Stone Cold shirts that used to say? Didn't they have a little asterisk on them?
Oh, I know that he had the SOB shirts. I forgot what it was. I think it had something to do with son of a monkey's nipple.
Son of a what?
Son of a monkey's nipple, because we can't curse. I try not to curse for the kids that's listening.
Somebody said Carmella and Corey live sex celebration.
No, I'll pass.
No, hell no.
I'll pass. I won't see that. I don't want to see that. I didn't request that.
Oh, don't drink beer, F fear. Also, so SmackDown.
Bing bong.
Fuck your life. So, on Friday on SmackDown on July 15th, 2022, Pat McAfee returned to SmackDown looking for retribution on Happy Corbin at SummerSlam. We had Liv Morgan defeating Natalya in a women's championship contenders match. We also got the New Day and joined forces with Jinder Mahal and Shanky to ambush Eric and Ivar. So they just turned Jinder Mahal face.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait to see a face modern day Maharaja.
The best part of that whole shit was Shanky trying to get Jinder to dance.
Now he was dance.
My man was dancing like a lane.
Shanky dancing is fucking funny as hell, man.
Oh man, that was priceless.
I need a dancing Shanky shirt.
Dance Shanky dance.
That's a good t-shirt if they come out with that.
Dance Shanky dance, Shanky dance, Shanky.
Then a disrespected Lacey Evans refused to battle Leah, and then after the fact, Aaliyah said on the digital exclusive, Aaliyah says that Lacey Evans is a coward rather than a hero. LOL.
Well, Smooth, he already confirmed that shit. He already fucking said he was going to do that. And he's probably going to wind up getting his fucking ass beat because it's not his time to be champion.
I think it might happen. Rumors say that Theory will be unsuccessful. I can hear Jinder telling him, dance, Shanky, dance. I wasn't here, he said.
Man, let me tell you something. Nothing better than Shanky dancing. But Raw going TV 14. What does this mean, guys? Like, this can open up some new doors and opportunity to push the envelope.
Open a wormhole of ideas.
I don't think you got to go over the top.
Yo, if TV 14 means, are you allowed to actually? You're not allowed to light up anything on whatchamacallit, live TV, right?
Light up anything on fire?
No, like light up a cigarette or anything. You know this, if it's TV 14, this is the perfect time to bring up Wesley.
Cartoons of people smoking those TV 14.
Yeah. Do you think we get more pyro? Can we get more pyro now?
Yo, do you think it's time to bring up Wesley and tagged with Matt Riddle and they form the Treehouse for Raw?
Come on, let's bring up Wesley. Definitely.
Oh my God, Wesley would be the ideal partner for Matt Riddle.
Wait, Troy said no, Striker, no. She ain't gonna be the new Val Venus. Oh no.
He goes, I'm joking.
He gonna walk out there with a. Well, he can't. All right, change it up. He can't wear a towel. He gotta wear a robe.
Nah, Wesley Orton and Riddle.
I like it a lot.
So I was just reading Strike on Sports Keto that there's a possibility that Randy might not be coming back.
Yeah. Oh. Wait till he gets his pee pure cut off. The smoke bite. What are you talking about, James?
What the hell are you talking about, James?
James, what are you smoking over there in Australia? The smoke vipers, Troy Striker says. And then did you see Ron saying Riddle needs to get original? James, what do you mean wait till he gets his PP cut off?
Oh my God. Are we cutting off? Why are we cutting off?
We cutting off PPs now, bro? Damn.
What's happening?
This is TV14, James, not TVMA. We can only get away with so much on the USA Network. This is not FX.
What are we watching? Nip Tuck? What the hell's going on here? Accident?
Jesus Christ.
Val Venus got his dick chopped by the mafia.
Yes, he did.
What? When the fuck did this happen?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you one thing to do. Okay.
Get your pizza.
Damn, back in '97.
I'm gonna tell you get your pizza.
Jess, I think Bailey might be coming back at SummerSlam, possibly.
Yes, I think
If that would be any time for her to come, if it'd be any time for her to come back, that'd be the time to do it.
But who does she attack?
She has to come back as a heel.
Does she attack Bianca or does she attack Liv?
Well, the question is though, do we get both Bailey and Charlotte back at SummerSlam?
So
or do we get Charlotte back before SummerSlam and then get Bailey at SummerSlam?
I think we get both of them. I think both of them come out. Yo, what happens if we get the 3 horsewomen on Raw and they go against Bianca? Like, they all come out to distract Bianca.
Oh.
And help Becky win.
Interesting.
But
we get the new 4 horsewomen, like the 2022 version of the 4 horsewomen, or the original?
The original.
Because wasn't Sasha? Yeah, we don't have Sasha. Exactly.
It's so weird because I still don't know what's going on with her, but she is asking for $30,000 at signings, like not from fans, but like a booking fee for $30,000.
Because, I mean, we could technically replace Sasha with... I had a brain fart.
Who?
Bailey, so... Striker says I can see Bailey approaching Bianca after the match.
It'll come to me.
Steinberg says some people think Bailey's really going back to NXT. And then James said Bailey and Charlotte, the new tag team champs. And then Michael Steinberg said Bianca. Do you think Bianca will join the 4 horsewomen?
Why the fuck can't I remember her name? Holy shit.
Liv Morgan.
Chance.
No, not Liv Morgan.
Asuka.
Possibility. Shayna Baszler. Fuck. Wow. Why did I have such a bad brain fart like that just now?
Is
technically, you could put Shayna Baszler in the 4 horsewomen because she was technically
a horsewoman of
MMA.
You're onto something. We also had on SmackDown Drew McIntyre defeating Rich Holland.
I gotta get a beverage. I'll be back.
We also had Madcap Moss defeating Theory by disqualification. And then we had Angel Dawkins defeating Jimmy Uso. And then after the match was over, Mr. Double J, Jeff Jarrett, is announced as a special guest referee for the undisputed Tag Team Championship match at SummerSlam.
Andrew, I think it's time to slide in here and give us our tweet of the week.
Go ahead, Rodney.
Now, Mr. Ric Flair has been on a tear on Twitter, and I've been following this very closely. As you know, on Monday, I turned around and I told everybody that something was going on with Jay Lethal and Ric Flair, and I got worked. I'm going to sit here in a minute and say I got worked. I was listening to the podcast, and they worked me like a drum. I'll tell you, it was amazing. But I also turned around and I said, something ain't right. Chris says, well, this doesn't surprise me. This is the same old Ric Flair. Rick only worries about Rick. All right. So it turned into an angle where it sets up Ric Flair's last match. Where first reported by TMZ Sports, Ric Flair will be teaming up with what the hell was that?
Andrade.
Ric Flair will be teaming up with his son-in-law Andrade to take on Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett for his final match. And they attacked him in the parking lot, beat the Christmas out of him, and took a heel of a shoe and busted Rick open with it. Beat the dog Christmas out of Rick. Rick was left in a bloody heap, and there was a lot of bad blood going on. If you guys haven't listened to My World or watched it on YouTube for adfreeshows.com, shout out to Conrad Thompson. But you gotta see Jeff get in. It's so great. I love it.
When you sent me the TikTok, you saw Conrad Thompson didn't want to fucking even be there. He was so sad. He was like, He's like, I'm contractually obligated to be here, but we have a podcast to do.
No, but here's a tweet from 3 days ago of Ric Flair after the announcement was made. Grab your best hold and prepare to pay the price. Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal, blood, sweat, and tears. Look, say what you want about Rick. This build is pretty damn cool. I'm digging it. I'm eating it up. I'm eating it up. I'm gonna take it for what it is. It was amazing. Oh man, I'm a fan. You got me. You got your claws in me. Give it to me every day of the week. I'm down.
Yo, the fact that Ric Flair is screaming, "I loved you, Jay!"
Oh no!
While he's getting choked out by fucking Jay.
It was mad funny. Yeah.
And you just see him fucking a puddle of blood. I'm like, really, Rick? You had to bleed at 77 years old? No. And the fucking Jeff in my world said, Rick, let's talk about the real Ric Flair. He's a fucking alcoholic.
Alcoholic? What the heck? Like, what does that have to do with anything, Jeff? Has everything to do about everything.
Yo, so Mike said, fuck Jay Lethal. Mike also said, supposedly Rick is acting like an ass after that, so people asking how can they root for him either. And then James said, Rick will die in the ring. Yo, I swear to God, if you see on Sunday, July 31st, a fucking grown man in the dead in the middle of the fucking ring, I'd be like, what the fuck is this shit?
Bro, you just put all that in the universe? Goddamn.
Put that in the universe? I want to see Ric Flair die.
That's terrible, man. I don't want to see the man die.
Yo, he
might have to hit the life alert, but
Rodney, that match might be a delay. Rick's developed plantar fasciitis while training for that match. Laughed my ass off.
Yo, we gotta go get a good.
Yo, Christopher Brown be killing me with comments every week.
Rick is supposedly going to wrestle with an injury.
He gets more and more creative with his comments.
Plantar fascia. Oh, listen, plantar fasciitis ain't no joke. It hurts, but that's hilarious.
Christopher Brown is getting on Rungeon's level with these fucking comments.
Oh man, shout out to Rungeon. I don't know where Rungeon's been, but he's somewhere. He's hiding under a hole. But anywho, Ric Flair, you got my vote. I'm digging the build for this, and folks, that was your moment and tweet of the week.
I'm rooting for Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett.
No, listen, I'm not voting for nobody. I like the build. The build has been good. You're crossing it over to podcasts. I'm digging it. Go ahead. Live your life. Live your best life. I'm digging it. I'm digging the build. And it's so much fun to watch. I'm telling you, it's so funny because Conrad makes it better because he's in the middle of it. We all knew this was coming, and one day it was going to happen.
Mike, we get it. We know you fucking hate Jay Lethal. Jesus Christ.
He goes, then Mike, who you got? You got Jeff Jarrett? You rolling with Jeff?
You want to hear some funny shit? So the first time he typed "fuck Jay Lethal," there's like a speck on my screen. So the F looked like an E. So it looked like he said, "Yup, Jay Lethal." I was like, "What are we, goofy in this bitch?"
So
yeah.
I will read the card for that for the 31st. So far, we have Bully Ray taking on Crimson versus Crowbar versus James Storm versus Commander versus Ricky Shane Page versus Sin Bodhi versus to be announced in a bunkhouse battle royale.
Oh yeah.
We got Clark Connors taking on Ren Narita. We got Killer Cross with Scarlett Bordeaux taking on Davey Boy Smith Jr. We got the Von Erichs taking on the Briscoes in a tag team match. We got a TNA Dream match. We got the Wolves, Davey Richards and Eddie Edwards taking on the Motor City Machine Guns, Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin.
Oh, come on.
We got Rock and Roll Express taking on the Four Horsemen, Brian Pillman Jr. and Brock Anderson.
Oh, my God.
In a tag team match, we got Jonathan Gresham versus
Express, these old motherfuckers.
We got Jonathan Gresham versus Nick Wayne versus Alan Angels versus Konosuke Takashita in a four corners match. We got Ray Phoenix versus Taurus versus Laredo Kid versus Bandito in a 4-way match.
That's gonna be fun.
We got Jordan Grace taking on Diana Perrazzo and Rachel Ellering in a 3-way match for the Knockouts Impact World Championship. We got this match is gonna be fucking fire. We got Josh Alexander defending his Impact World Championship against Jacob Fatu. And then we got the main event of the night. Ric Flair and Andrade El Idolo taking on Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal in a tag team match of Ric Flair's last match. But Jacob Fatu, man, taking on Josh Alexander, man. With the lethal walking weapon taking on one man of the Samoan dynasty. That shit's gonna be on fire. This is Mike said, I'm rolling with a double DQ or count out or some crap. And also Crystal Brown said, and Charlotte is going to be attending the match to support Andrade and Rick. And then Michael Steinberg said, this is better than the AOP crap that got canceled.
Yeah,
I don't know. I still don't understand why that fucking card got canceled, but it's fucking crazy.
That card was terrible.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
But I am actually looking forward to that fucking from one match out of the whole entire fucking thing. Actually, 2. Impact World Championship, and then the Wolves taking on the Motor City Machine Guns. That shit's gonna be fire.
Fun.
Yo, we got 3 pay-per-views coming up. We got Saturday, Death Before Dishonor. We also got SummerSlam on next Saturday. And then Sunday, we got the Ric Flair's final match. But does Ric Flair come out and fucking attack Jeff Jarrett during this match?
You never know.
Christian Brown said, imagine Jacob Fatu team up with the Uso in NXT meets Solo Sikoa. Sokoa. Yo, they gotta get him. We gotta get like a Samoan dynasty in there. And then Michael Steinberg says, well, WWE and Rick are in good terms now. Oh, fuck. Why'd I just put that in the fucking air now? Also, you see fucking Jeff Jack get hit with his own guitar?
Oh, you hit with the stroke? Listen, I used to hate Jeff, but really getting to listen to him and understand the story and getting to know him on a more non-wrestling level.
Because he was in my world.
Yeah, he's not a bad guy. And you listen to him tell stories and tell his side of the story. Because you heard so many horrible things about Jeff. Well, you never heard what Jeff had to say about things.
Yeah.
The same way I said about Bischoff. You heard so many horrible things about Bischoff. But you never heard Bischoff's side of this thing.
Mm-hmm. I hated Bischoff I hated
Mike is right. Low key, Jeff Jarrett was highly underrated. Highly underrated. He had a terrible finish, but I just think the stroke was kind of corny. I thought we could have did something better than that. But, you know, Jeff's a talented guy. He wrestles all around the world. Oh, man, this man he knows how to run a business. Some of them work, some of them don't, but, you know, it happens.
Yo, could WWE please, when Jeff Jarrett comes into the ring, could you put With My Baby Tonight on? I want to be singing that shit. Yeah. I want to be either at your house or somewhere or at work singing that fucking song. Because I love that song. Put Jarrett on SmackDown across from Adam Pearce.
I told you who you know that's not Jeff singing that song.
I know, it's Road Dogg.
Yep. Who would have thought?
Because you know how we figured that out? At damn fucking the Hall of Fame induction. When him and Road Dogg were singing it. And I was like, yep, that's definitely Road Dogg. But him and
Lick.
So, I love the Get Rowdy theme song with R-Truth and Road Dogg.
That was an underrated tag team. Okay, that could have been great.
Oh.
Kate Quick.
Get rowdy. Boom, boom. But you want to hear an interesting fact that I found out?
Mm.
That speaking of the guy that does this, like Mr. Kennedy, we're supposed to cash in his Money in the Bank briefcase on the Undertaker, because the Undertaker was hurt after that whole angle when Edge cashed in on him, because the Taker was supposed to get bicep surgery,
Mm.
and supposedly Mr. Kennedy got hurt at the time, but he wasn't really hurt. WWE fucked him over. He was supposed to cash in on the Undertaker.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine him cashing in on the Undertaker and being like, "I pinned the Undertaker for the World Championship."
Mr. Kennedy would have been special, but according to Bruce Pritchard, he was a piece of crap. So he
Yeah.
didn't want to cooperate.
Michael Steinberg, how about Road Dogg talking crap about AEW and the heels of the rumors he wants to go there? I saw him talking crap.
Now, he's been talking spicy about it.
I gotta tell you, this whole MJF thing he brought up.
Because Morales says that's had me fucking dying laughing when I saw that this morning.
You said no, Kennedy fucked himself. No, I thought WWE fucked him over.
No. Bruce Pritchard said that Kennedy screwed himself because they gave him every opportunity to cooperate. He did not want to cooperate. He was hard to work with. He was causing issues, and they just let him go. And like I said, another situation where I would like to hear his side of the story. Maybe he would say, "Man, I was a different person back then. I was stupid. I should have just been a couple
Better listener."
Yeah, but they tried to talk to him. They tried to get him to cooperate. He wouldn't cooperate.
Yo, I would love to see him return to WWE someday.
Maybe in the near future. But that's what, according to Bruce Pritchard, that's what Pritchard said. I can only go by what the man said. I can't stick up for him because I don't know. But you were saying something about MJF.
That Booker T said that this could be a work and this could not be a work, that MJF might be actually leaving AEW, and they just took him over TV just as like WWE does, and have him sitting catering the whole fucking time and having nothing from, or having him sit home and just make his money like that.
Well, if that's the case, I'm gonna explain something to all these AEW haters and WWE haters. I never want to hear no one say that, "Oh, well, this is how WWE treats people." If you sent MJF home with nothing, because he didn't want to be a company guy and cooperate and wanted more money and whatever the case may be, it's the same shit that this company does to people all the time. So I don't want to hear. See, this is, guys, folks. At the end of the day, whichever one you like, AEW, WWE, whichever one you like, it's all the same business. Business is business, no matter which way you cut it.
Both are cults. I'm saying both companies are cults.
Yeah.
All wrestling companies are cults in a way. They try to one-up each other, but they're never going to one-up each other because it's the same shit you see every single fucking day. There might be little tweaks to the show, but I didn't see a heel turn coming for somebody on AEW last week. I'm at that this week.
Christopher Brown goes, let me ask you guys something. Hold on, let me put it right so I can see it.
Let me ask you guys this. As of right now, who is more despised by the wrestling world as a heel? MJF or Austin Theory?
Austin Theory.
Austin
Theory has now.
Right now, if MJF showed up on AEW TV again, he would be the most loved person. He won't be booed anymore. And then Mike Steinberg said the fact that WB said take him off promotional stuff makes me wonder. They don't seem to like someone to go along with the story. And then Jeff Scoffman said if MJF did go to WWE, who would you guys want to see him feud with? For me, The Miz. Me too.
Absolutely, 100%.
See if he could fucking hang with The Miz. That promo battle would be fucking amazing.
Man,
give me a TV14 promo between them two.
I want to see him go to The Miz, and then I want to see him work with Kevin Owens. I don't know why. I just have this dream of MJF and Kevin Owens having a program together that's one for the ages. I just dream of it. I see it. I think those two can make money together. Oh, man, I think it'll be great. I think it will be great for best for business. Best for business. Put those two together.
And Michael Steinberg said, "How about Luchasaurus being like the Big Show?" LOL.
Yeah, every just flipping flopping.
Yes, and also congrats to Cody Rhodes for winning WWE Moment of the Year at the ESPYs. His return at WrestleMania.
Man, what a moment, right?
Yes, I won that mini belt because of it. I'll never get over that. Yo, he's not coming back, Andrew. He's not coming. You're gonna be disappointed. You kept on fucking telling me.
Yep. So he's not
And then I hear wrestling. And I'm like, it's him. And you see the American Nightmare.
That graphic came on the screen. Andrew went nuts.
I never went nuts for somebody at WrestleMania or any fucking wrestling show than I ever did for Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, man.
That moment will forever stick with me. Just to see, not only because Andrew's a friend and family, but to see a fellow wrestling fan get that excited near you. You only see like when kids do it, like when kids see their hero and they get excited. No, this is a major moment in the pro wrestling history that he marked out for, and I got right there with him.
When I'm at a wrestling show, I'm not a 28-year-old boy. I turn into a little fucking kid. I'll admit it. I watch the show like this the whole time. I'm not like this.
The whole building went nuts. Listen, we were there.
I thought the whole big jumbotron at the AT&T Stadium was going to fall because
it was shaking. How loud these people were. It might have not translated over TV very well, but some people were in shock and awe, and then some people were just screaming, singing the theme song, jumping up and down. It was crazy. And just the chance of Cody. Wow.
I had a little bitch moment. I screamed like a little bitch. It was okay.
You could do whatever you wanted to do in that situation.
I marked the fuck out for Cody, man.
I jumped on my chair, man.
Yeah, he was on the chair, standing up, jumping up and down.
I marked out for Bray too when Bray first came out as the Fiend. I went fucking nuts. The kid, you thought I was bad. You had to see the kid next to me. The kid next to me was even worse. He was like, "Oh my God, it's Bray! Oh my God, it's Bray!"
Yo, Mike said Rollins also talked about that, how awesome it was being in the ring at that moment, and he also said, "I have a question for you guys."
What's the question?
What's your question? And then Christopher Brown said, "Just wait for Cody's return at the Rumble. He'll make Triple H's 2008 return seem tame by comparison." You mean 2000? Was it 2000 or 2002?
2002.
2002, I believe.
Cody's. Yes, that's the question. Will Cody's return from injury be as big as HHH returning in?
Now, Mike, this is a hard question for me because
you're the biggest Triple H fan in the fucking world.
Listen, 2002, I had my shirt off in my living room with a bottle of water in my hand, ready to spit water all over the damn living room. I was jumping on the couch. I got yelled at by my mom. It was hard. Oh, I was amped when I say scratching at the TV. Just, he's back again. Oh, it was so great. Oh, but
I think
that's probably the biggest time I ever marked out.
I miss those days. I miss the pay-per-view parties at your house, bro.
Oh, dude.
We always used to go to Rodney's house for the pay-per-views.
Mike said, "I could have been there, Rodney, but you shoulda, you woulda, you coulda."
The garden came. When I say the roof, people in the building were saying, "Bro, you couldn't hear anything. You barely could hear his theme song." That as soon as that guitar riff hit, the place just erupted, and you couldn't hear nothing. He even stumbled on the microphone. He was shaking. If you look at him very closely once he gets in the ring, and he grabs the mic, you see his hand shaking like this. Like it of course, the adrenaline pumping through his body. He's excited to be back, but the awe of being around these people, just ready to go crazy for him, was amazing.
The fact that I think, in my opinion, the fact that they're not doing the Rumble, they should really honestly do the Rumble at the Garden. I know they want the stadiums, but the top two returns so far, the top two Rumble returns so far happened at the Rumble. 2002 at the Garden, 2002 Triple H, and the 2008 John Cena. Literally, everybody didn't know that John Cena was returning because of his bicep injury, and nobody knew how hard he worked to get back. And all of a sudden, number 30 with John Cena, everybody was like, and you saw Triple H being like, he's fucking back already?
Like, oh,
Now, do
really?
you think when Edge returns on Raw, do you think people are going to mark out?
Of course they are.
They'll mark out a little bit, but it's not going to be like that crying like he did at the Royal Rumble where people were crying their eyes out. I was one of those guys that was watching with my buddy Mike at work, and I was like, good for him, he's back, but I wasn't crying at all. The best way to describe it is, Ronnie, is to pay attention.
He cried for Cody.
I cried for Cody because he came.
Cried for Cody.
I said I cried for Cody because Cody, all the shit he said about WWE, man.
Cornelius, Leroy, Rufus, Jackson, Rhodes.
So the best way to describe it, Roddy, is to pay close attention to the lyrics of Cody's theme song.
Mm-hmm. When you turn around and you look at those two, that's going to be a monumental moment. And if I'm WWE, you can't miss.
You have to have Seth Rollins as the undisputed champion at that time, because you're gonna see, we're gonna see part 4.
And remember, 08, Mike. I have friends that hated John Cena. Oh, I'm glad he's gone. Thank God. Oh, I'm so sick and tired of him. As soon as he came out, though, all I'm saying, friends, yo, it's Cena. Yeah, I bet. Yeah. Y'all saying that now. Yeah, y'all hated John Cena. Now, look at y'all market now. So, look, man, those are moments that you just don't. Austin. That pop. I can only imagine the pop when Austin came down and hit the Rock in the head with the chair to pull Mick Foley over the Rock for Mick to win, even though people knew the outcome. The pop, nobody said Austin was gonna help. We only knew Mick was gonna win.
The fact that WCW,
thanks, there, Bischoff, you're a moron.
Yo, but he never even said that Austin came back. He just said Mick Foley is winning the WWE Championship tonight.
Everybody, I know my brother came running in the room. My brother left Nitro to come in my uncle's room to watch the show. No, we were in the living room. So my brother came out of my grandmother's room to watch Raw, and we didn't. Obviously, he heard Bischoff say, and then stop watching Nitro. So you gotta know the audience, you gotta know the crowd, but nobody said nothing about Austin. Anytime that glass breaks, the pop. The pop is crazy, man.
You realize the true sounds or few sounds that get people fucking popping is the Undertaker is gone, the first riff of the guitar for Triple H, the glass shattering, and then the first word if.
You didn't even have to get to the smell part.
And then everybody fucking goes nuts. Also, John Cena's beginning of this theme song that gets people to pop. It's like, imagine all of a sudden you're just at a show and all of a sudden you hear the Undertaker's gong and you're like, oh my God!
Listen.
Brock Lesnar's theme is another good one too.
Yeah.
That gets people going.
When I remember watching Judgment Day, Rock, Triple H, and Taker makes his return. You saw the little vignettes. Nobody really knew who it was. And at the time, dirt sheets was just magazines and articles at that point. There was no internet to really hop on. So we were like, yo, who's these 3 little girls that keep popping up on the screen? And there's weirdo stuff going on. What is this? Actually, we see a man come flying down on a motorcycle in a full dust and trench coat. Yo, this man went crazy. The place came unglued.
Wasn't that like Triple H, Rock
Yep,
in
it was
the
Iron
Iron Man match, and then Undertaker got The Rock disqualified?
Yep. So Taker from that point on just went on a huge tear, man. I remember seeing him that next night that following night on SmackDown that Thursday night, and it was crazy. It was a perfect. Man, I tell you, the love and that was at a time where guys had love for this business, where you knew if you was in it for the long haul, you were in it for the long haul. You loved it. You went out there, you did your job, no matter how hurt you were. No matter, just listen to Taker's Hall of Fame speech. You wrestled hurt, I didn't care. I love this. This is what I love to do.
Yo, you mean his TED Talk?
Oh yeah, his TED Talk, his full-blown TED Talk.
Yo, that was the most amazing TED Talk I've ever been at. Only one I've ever been at. And he fucking had me like interested, and I was like,
we hung on every moment. It was such a great talk. But those are some of those guys. I'm not just saying because they were the top guys, but there were a lot of people that still loved pro wrestling to will die in the ring if they had to. The Al Snows of the world, the Bob Hollies of the world. Let's not forget those guys, because those guys bust their ass too. So say what you want, or if they were good or that great or whatever, but everybody at that time across all platforms loved pro wrestling so much they were willing to bleed for it, willing to break an arm for it,
willing to
go
through shit for it.
You don't get that same feeling no more. You feel like a lot of guys is in it for the money. You feel a lot of people are in it for the fame. You feel a lot of guys in it because they have nothing else better to do. Or some people just decide to go in it because their career failed somewhere else.
That's why John Cena keeps on saying, I don't know if this will be my last moment here, but if it is, I love you guys, but you never say never with him, because he returns every year
to do something,
to try to put somebody over, to do this. Last year at Money in the Bank, him put over Roman again at SummerSlam. Brock Lesnar returning and everything. It's like, I know Brock Lesnar, even though he might look like a piece of shit in a way, and
a lot of people,
and he cares about the business when he needs to come back, and he actually does a great program. This whole entire feud with Roman, this whole entire decade, basically, it's been amazing. Also, Christopher Brown said that's all attributed to Jim Johnson, Andrew, and for the love of fucking God, he belongs to the WWE Hall of Fame. What the hell is keeping him out of it? I don't know. WWE keeps on inducting other people that don't really deserve it in a way. But also, Michael Steinberg, Mike said, Nash talked crap and HBK fired back, and then this Brock is different. Even people in the back say it. Yeah, because I think back in the day, you talking to Brock back in 04, 05, between 2003 and 2004, people didn't really like him in a way because he left right after and went to play football, went to the UFC, and then now from his 2013 return or 2012 return to after being Universal Champion for a long time, but now he's back and it's like actually fucking fun, Brock. Like, there's different stages of Brock. The next big thing, we had the return of the Beast. We had Beast 2.0, and now we got Cowboy Brock / Fun Brock, and we're getting to see the actually fun part of Brock Lesnar in his life.
Yeah, man.
But I just wanted to say thank you to our lovely sponsors at tapthatmall.com. Tapthatmall.com is a place where you can find unique brands and designers with just a tap of your finger. With so much content out there on the interweb, it can be a bit overwhelming to find what you're looking for. Luckily, Tap That Mall organizes the chaos with our directory and guides you to where you need to be, all from the comfort of your home. Have fun, and thanks for tapping. Thank you, Tap Demo, for being our lovely sponsors. Like always, I will show you the website again. Here we go. And here we go. It's tapthatmo.com. The layout, you got your men's here, you got your women's, you got your children, your beauty products, your accessories, your shoes, your sports/fitness products, your electronics. If you want to buy some toys or collectibles for the kiddies, this is where you can buy them. Your houseware items, you can get stuff for your pets. Find out more about this by clicking this. You can shop on click on this to shop. You can contact them, and also hitting this button, you put your email address in, and it will send you email links. Like if I want to shop men's, you go here, click on that, scroll down. These are the different things you can buy from them. You got 80s tees, Boss Army, you got Donkey tees, Fine Cultures, He Bless, Dope Boy Couture. We got underwear for men, Apricot, Camp Collective. We got ZB Clothing and the Classic T-Shirt Company. Like if I wanted to buy an 80s tee, you click there. You buy. To tap that to shop, you have to tap this. It brings you to the website. Letting it load. You can buy the vintage Chuck E. Cheese logo. Let it load. You get the classic Chuck E. Cheese T-shirt. You got the Chuck E. Cheese character. You get the 4 different versions of Chucky and everything else. And right now, you can get 50% off Chuck E. Cheese tees right now. But that was tapthatmo.com. And keep tapping. Thank you to your sponsors again. Rodney, you have any hot takes right now?
Oh, do I have any hot takes right now? I was thinking of one on the way home, and I would have to say, quick hot take, and it's regarding to AEW. We're gonna get deep inside into it. Oh, Monday. Oh my God, it's been a long day, guys. We're gonna get into it more on Monday, but I think I'm done with Christmas.
Me too.
I think I'm officially finished with Christmas. After what I saw on the 20th of July, 2022. No.
Can I just tell you one thing about that match?
Go ahead.
The ring rope should have been barbed wire. It shouldn't have been fucking wrapped around with barbed wire. If you're saying barbed wire death match, I expect the ring ropes to be barbed wire.
There was a beautiful TikTok, and I want to reach out to this man to get him on BTB Live or English Hot Takes, because he comes out with very strong content. His content's always fire. I'll send it to you guys. I want to drop his name because I sent it to Mikey, because I know everyone calls Mikey the AEW hater. And no, he just calls it how he sees it. You know what I'm saying? This man on TikTok, you can find him. Wait till it loads. You can hit at Reality of Wrestling.
Yeah, what?
At Reality of Wrestling.
Reality of Wrestling, okay.
he also has a YouTube channel. He also streams WWE 2K, and plays the different various video games. But his takes on the business are very, very good and very, very potent with backing up what he says. So he described AEW Dynamite as the funniest episode of Dynamite he's ever watched in his entire life, and that's not a saying a positive thing. He goes, "This was a wrestling comedy show. This was the circus. Bottom and Bailey. This was a flat out circus act."
Oh, you had 4 motherfuckers up in a shark cage.
Yo,
You had fucking Chris Jericho and fucking Eddie Kingston looking like 2 drunk uncles fighting in the ring.
like, and I'm not.
Fighting over the last hamburger at a fucking cookout.
This is. You took the last of the ketchup? Nah, you took the last of the ketchup. What'd you say? Well,
The
take
way
it outside.
the way Eddie Kingston throws punches fucking kill me, because every time he throws a punch, his titties jiggle.
That's been in back there. Stop. But Eddie's one aspect of this. Jericho is. There was a point in time where Jericho could wrestle circles around Eddie Kingston.
It was.
Now it's Jericho's older, and I gotta take that into account. You gotta take that he's starting to slow down a little bit. No, he can't do the things he used to do. I have to take all of those into account. That's fair. I'm with you. Let me let you guys in on a little secret. Taking all of that into account means nothing. If he's still out here doing the same things like as if he was 20 to 30 years old. Jericho, right now approaching into your 50s, if not already 50. I don't want to see you do barbed wire death matches, brother. My man's hair after the match looked like a woman that just got done coming out the hotel hungover after a Motley Crue concert. Like, the scary thing about him is who's gonna tell him it's time? Who's gonna look Chris Jericho in the face and tell him, man, this ain't it?
Did you notice that he fucking popped out of the ring and everybody was making memes that saying, "Oh my God, it's Rey Mysterio"? Oh wait, it's Chris Jericho.
See,
it's like, why do you need to rise yourself out of the ring like that?
He's the wizard. So, but that's what he is. And look, I try to be positive and say, hey, give things a chance. Let's see where it goes. But this is going on long enough. I don't want to see it no more. I did not need to see a death match between the two of these men. That was just completely unnecessary, uncalled for.
With a shark cage.
We got people in the shark cage. I got Anna Jay and Ty Conti practically jumping Ruby Soho outside the ring. Just too much.
But that was a thing that I wasn't expecting. Anna Jay's turning heel.
Okay, so yeah, the heel turn, no problem. Probably the highlight of the match, the highlight of the night. Here we go. This is by far one of the worst episodes of Dynamite I've ever seen.
Yeah, it was definitely a shit show.
Yo,
this is by far one of the worst.
We'll get into that more on Monday.
Yo, the fact that they couldn't get. I want to say one botch about that match. The fucking fact that they couldn't get the key out unlocked, so they just had to slide them through the little fucking things. I'm like, and also, you know how in the beginning of the match, I picked up. I'm like, where the fuck's Sammy Guevara? My Sammy's definitely gonna fucking do something.
Like, this match was so predictable, and you have 100 people running down for a brawl that just was clunky, and you got barbed wire everywhere. This is a wreck. It's a wreck.
I think the best part about that whole show was Luchasaurus going back with Jungle Boy.
That didn't even make no sense.
But it didn't really make sense to me because it was at the same time, like, I was hype about it, but I'm like,
so
why
playing Christian this whole time?
I'm like, so Luchasaurus was just. I'm like, Luchasaurus is just. This is what we got for him. He's just completely, permanently stuck with Jungle Boy.
Yo, I think here's my thing about the whole Luchasaurus thing. I think he turns on Jungle Boy. I think he went to the side and said, "Go ahead," but I think eventually Luchasaurus is going to turn on Jungle Boy.
One moment.
Go ahead. But yeah, I think eventually Luchasaurus is turning on Jungle Boy.
Yeah,
Because I
probably.
think it's going to be like Luchasaurus is going to say, you held me back. And Luchasaurus go on a fucking singles run. So I think him and Wardlow could have a great fucking match for that
I don't know,
TNT
man.
title.
Where do we go at this point? That shit.
It's fucking a mess in a way because I don't think they should have put the title on Wardlow. They should have gave him the AW World Championship. Let him run around with the AW Championship instead of its mid-card title. Or at least give him the Atlantic Championship because then he can defend that a little bit instead of the TNT Championship.
Yeah,
But you guys will get more into this shit on Monday
definitely.
because they're also night 2 of Fyter Fest Rampage is tomorrow.
Yep. Should be alright. We'll see. Hopefully it redeems itself.
Yeah, but also Mike said that AEW didn't even get 1 million viewers again on another special episode. It's like, I thought, so their Blood and Guts show got 1 million. The next 2 don't get 1 million. Like, there's something wrong with that in my mind.
I think honestly the best match was the match with Mox and Wheeler Yuta.
And against the Best Friends.
Yeah, that was probably the best match out of the whole show. Honestly, other than that, the rest of the card was just stupid. It made no fucking sense.
Yep. Then they had the Thunderstorm getting interviewed, and it's like Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter and stuff. I'm like, when are we gonna have the heel turn of Tony Storm? Like, I want Tony Storm to turn heel. Like, you're better off as a singles competitor, not as a tag team. It's like, I kind of want to see a heel Tony Storm. We've seen face Tony Storm too much in NXT, and
maybe at All Out.
maybe yeah.
Yeah,
But-
maybe at All Out, or we'll see. Maybe at one of the next coming shows.
So Monday Night Raw, we had
Trash.
Titus O'Neil welcomes everyone to Monday Night Raw, which is very odd. We had Bianca Belair, Becky Lynch, and Carmella trading barbs. We also had Bianca Belair defeating Carmella to retain the Raw Women's Championship. So now it's Big Time Bex taking on Bianca at SummerSlam. We had Rado was ambushed by Seth freaking Rollins on the KO show. He took a couple stomps.
Titus O'Neil is like that dad that disappears for a long time and then just comes back to throw a little something at the child support.
Yeah. Can't fuck up to say, but
It's like, what the fuck is Titus's role at this point?
I think he's more the brand ambassador for Be a Star and everything. But like, why didn't he have anything for Be a Star? It's like he fucking welcomed us to Monday Night Raw. It's like, why? Why did you have to do this?
Maybe because Stephanie refused to let Vince come out, so we just threw Titus.
Yes, that's exactly the point. They need someone to save face for the company. So there's nothing to worry about. WWE is okay because Titus O'Neil said so.
And then we had Damon Priest defeated Rey Mysterio. Then Judgment Day forced Dominic Mysterio to join them. And then he got beaten with a chair by Finn Balor. We had Seth freaking Rollins defeating Ezekiel. Angelo Dawkins defeated Omos by disqualification. Then the Street Profits defeated Omos and MVP by disqualification. AJ Styles knocked some respect into Theory. And then AJ Styles defeated Theory by countout. We also had Alexa Bliss, Asuka, and Dana Brooke taking on Doudrop, Nikki ASH, and Tamina. Alexa Bliss, Asuka, and Dana Brooke defeated Doudrop, Nikki ASH, and Tamina. And we had a couple of new 24/7 champions crown. First off, it would Akira Tozawa pinning pinning Dana Brooke to become the new 24/7 champion. Then Nikki Ash pinning Akira Tozawa to become the new 24/7 champion. Then we had Alexa Bliss pinning Nikki Ash to become the 24/7 champion. Then we had Doudrop defeating Alexa Bliss for the 24/7 championship. Then Tamina defeating Doudrop for the 24/7 championship. And then Dana Brooke would regain the championship by roll up on Tamina. And then at the end of the match, Asuka took advantage of the chaos, snapping the Asuka lock onto Nikki ASH to get the win. And then we finally had Logan Paul returning to Monday Night Raw and The Miz accepting his SummerSlam challenge. So now we have The Miz taking on Logan Paul at SummerSlam. And Jessica Hoffman said that 24/7 is nothing but a joke. I know it's a joke, but it's a nice kind of running gag on Raw and SmackDown. You have little fun championships. It's like the hardcore championship, but not being hardcore champ.
No, the fuck it's not. Don't even compare it to the hardcore championship.
No, remember the 24/7 rules of the hardcore championship? How you could be pinned anytime, anywhere, like 365 days, 365 days, 7.
Yeah, but still, I wouldn't compare it to the hardcore championship because the hardcore championship was just badass. I feel like it's more like the cruiserweight championship. Like, the cruiserweight championship was just some bullshit championship that they came up with for cruiserweights that really never got shine. I don't even think they don't even sell that belt anymore on WWE Shop.
I think that they don't.
Yeah, they completely discontinued that belt. You can't even get that. You can still get the old fucking the NXT Cruiserweight Championship.
Yep.
But the original, the very first original Cruiserweight title, you cannot get anymore.
Yeah. Which makes me sick because I love that.
Unless you have a belt maker, probably make it. But
yeah, that would cost you $1,000 to do.
Yeah, that'd be too much fucking money for some stupid ass shit. But yeah, man. What else?
I'm gonna update the updated SummerSlam card. We have Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar in the last man standing match for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. Pat McAfee taking on Happy Corbin. Bobby Lashley defending his United States Championship against Theory. We have the Usos defending their undisputed WWE Tag Team Championships against the Street Profits. And Jeff Jarrett will serve as a special guest referee. We got Liv Morgan defending her SmackDown Women's Championship against Ronda Rousey. We got Riddle taking on Seth freaking Rollins. We have Bianca Belair defending her Raw Women's Championship against Becky Lynch. And we have also Logan Paul taking on The Miz.
Okay.
I think SummerSlam card is pretty solid.
Yeah, it's pretty solid. It's not a bad card. When is SummerSlam?
Next Saturday.
Really?
Yep.
Oh fuck! I might actually catch it. I fly out next Saturday, so I might catch it at night.
Yeah.
I'll bring my fire stick.
Yeah, because I don't think the hotel TV might not have Peacock. Get your Peacock.
I highly doubt that, and I have that shit on my fire stick. Hopefully, the fucking hotel Wi-Fi is decent because when I was in Orlando for JBU, fucking the hotel Wi-Fi was trash, bro.
Yeah.
My fucking 5G worked better than the hotel Wi-Fi.
What else do we have in store? I'm trying to think. So I'll give the SmackDown preview for tomorrow. Here we go. The shows. Let's go. SmackDown. Brock Lesnar returning to SmackDown tomorrow.
That should be good. I'm sure SmackDown is going to probably suck.
Okay, Brock Lesnar returns to SmackDown. Liv Morgan to come face-to-face with Ronda Rousey. Shinsuke Nakamura lock horns with Ludwig Kaiser once more. And we're getting a special debut tomorrow on SmackDown. We're getting Maxime Dupree, which might be Max Dupree in a fucking wig. Because they're doing their swimwear reveal. I know Mitch, Ring of Honor has a big card. But yeah.
I don't know how to feel about SmackDown at this point anymore.
Yeah. I gotta have to watch it to see how I feel. I know the preview seems pretty good with Brock Lesnar coming back.
I'm to the point where I don't even fucking want to watch it.
I just want to fucking
put this man in a freaking wig. I swear to God.
I know if they put fucking Max Dupree in a fucking damn fucking wig and has them like with a fucking whatchamacallit, like a woman bodysuit or whatever, I'll fucking snap. But I don't know yet, Mitch, if I'm going to Raw. I know this week on Raw, they're having Rey Mysterio's 20th anniversary celebration, which should be fun.
Yeah, we'll see.
Because this year in WWE, we had 4 people that have been in the business for 20 years. Rey Mysterio, John Cena, Randy Orton, and Brock Lesnar. Also Shelton Benjamin, right?
Rodney?
Wasn't Shelton a year before?
I'm looking.
A little later.
Oh, he made his debut in 2020. In 2000. So he's been in the business for 22 years.
Shelton Benjamin?
Oh, he debuted this year. His 20th anniversary is coming up in December.
Oh, okay.
This is going to be fun. But yeah, there's really nothing to really go over. You have anything to bring to the table other than that hot take on Edge? I'm trying to think of anything.
No, not really, man.
I said this.
I don't want to end the show so fucking early.
No. I said this to Rodney on Friday in the morning. I said, I want to know your thoughts as well. I said, okay. I know Sasha Banks isn't taking wrestling bookings until January 1st. What if everything from now into WWE is doing really great with Stephanie McMahon? I know Rodney said Sasha shouldn't return to the company, but what if Stephanie McMahon is the one to convince Sasha to resign with the company and they keep it under wraps? And then when the Royal Rumble comes, Sasha is a surprise entrant and wins the Royal Rumble. How would you feel about that?
I wouldn't be mad. That'd be fucking cool.
And then I also said, I know it's hard to let things go, but I think Vince should let Stephanie, Triple H, and Shane run the company for a year. If the company turns to shit, he returns to full power, but see how it is without you there. Like,
but what about Naomi? Where do we go at this point with Naomi?
I hope Naomi resigns, and I hope she comes back. Because it's kind of like sad situation not seeing her. The women's roster is already depleted without them two on there. And I know the state of the women's tag team championship is still fucking up in the air. And what the situation down in NXT is going to be up in the air because Cora Jade throwing her championship in the trash.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Cora Jade, man, I don't know. You saw how fast they took that skateboard away from her this week.
Yeah.
And they had her in like her little romper, whatever fucking you call it. And fucking they still let her keep her style. She was in a fucking romper with Converse on.
Yeah.
But I was kind of hyped when she didn't win.
Yeah, me too.
That was a quick ass toss over the rope by Zoe Stark.
Yeah, because Cora Jade fucking weighs like 110 pounds or something.
I almost wonder if that was a botch.
Yeah.
I almost wonder if that was a botch. If she was actually supposed to grab the top of the rope and
Save herself from going
save
over.
herself, but I wonder, Rodney, what do you feel about that? Do you think that was a botch?
I don't feel like it was a botch. I do just feel that she sold it pretty well. Was able to, I would say, give the kind of like the sell job on it, but it also focuses her attention on Zoe for a possible matchup later down the road.
Yeah, I don't know. My thing was, I felt like it was kind of it was kind of weird that Zoe Stark happened to come back for a fucking battle royal or Royal Rumble, whatever the fuck you want to call it. It wasn't a no, it was a battle royal.
Battle Royal. 20 Battle Royal.
Yeah. And she just fucking wins off the bat. She just wins.
Because I think they're gonna have the program moving forward. I think it's gonna be Roxanne Perez and Cora Jade fighting, and it's literally gonna be Zoe Stark's like journey to try to win the title. And I think Cora Jade might be the one to dethrone Zoe, and then the person to dethrone Cora will be Roxanne.
I think it might be Nikita Lyons. Because
Okay.
Nikita Lyons was throwing subs on her Instagram the other day.
Okay.
About a possible title shot. So we'll see. I would love to see it. I think Nikita Lyons is slightly overdue for a title shot already.
Yeah.
She should have at least gotten some type of. Well, she did actually. Yeah, she went up against Mandy Rose. I think, right?
I think so.
Already. I think I remember that, and she lost. So I think she wanted to redeem herself. She said something about that on her Instagram. So we'll see. But yeah, man. Wrestling is just all over.
And Mitch said, "See, what I don't understand is why they don't do their celebrations in their hometown, because it wouldn't make sense. Because if he came to WWE July 25th, and July 25th is on a Monday, they're not gonna push the Garden show. They're not gonna say you're not getting the show anymore because we want to put it in San Diego, and for a mysterious celebration."
Yeah.
MSG will be hopefully sold out. And Mitch, I don't know yet if I'm going to the Mets game tomorrow night. I'll keep you posted. But
Rodney, when is Jobber Slam again?
August 20th.
August 20th. Okay, so I'll be back for that. I don't know if I'm going to be able to go to it though. I don't know what my days off are going to be looking like or what my schedule's going to be looking like.
So what are you going to be doing for Amazon?
So I'm going to be what they call a process assistant. Basically, it's a shift supervisor or like an assistant manager. It's a tier 3 position, right under the level 4, which is the area manager.
Okay.
So I'll be working directly under the area manager. Basically, my job is to maintain the schedule, make sure people are where they're supposed to be, do breaks, stuff like that. Literally just a shift supervisor.
Okay.
But I have the opportunity to make more money than the area manager because he's on salary. I'm not.
Okay. Because you'll be picking up more. You could be picking up like little overtime shifts in a way.
Yeah, I have the opportunity to do all the overtime in the fucking world. He doesn't because he's on salary, so he doesn't get any fucking overtime. But his check's still looking pretty fucking nice. I'll tell you that.
Shit.
The guy's making fucking over $100,000 a year.
Mitch said, "So when I buy it from Amazon, you're gonna break my stuff." LOL.
I don't know, Mitch. That's not really up to me.
Hey, Mitch. By the way,
handling your shit, bro.
By the way, Mitch, the Garden show is pretty sold out. They have little blue seats, a little spread apart, but they have people reselling seats because they're trying to make their money back.
Mitch will find a seat. He will find a seat.
Yeah.
Somebody's lap if he has.
With the dogs out.
Because I know you look on TickPick and everything, you see seats available. That's just people selling their seats, but it's generally sold out. Second, no, the primary market. It's pretty sold out for that show, Mitch. Secondary market doesn't mean when people are selling tickets on TickPick, it doesn't mean it's sold out in a way because there's still little blue seats, Mitch. If you go on Ticketmaster, look at the switch to the map instead of the listing, you'll see that there's little seats available. Because all the seats are verified resale, which means Ticketmaster people are selling their tickets back, trying to get their money back.
Mm-hmm.
But also, anybody going to Grand Slam too?
I don't know if I'm gonna do that one. Probably not.
As it gets closer to that date, I might think about it because I'll be right there in Jamaica already. And
I don't want to. If I do that, I don't want to wind up sitting in fucking nosebleeds. If my boy Richie gets tickets, maybe I'll consider buying the fucking ticket off of him. Depends on if Santana's cousin Ruben is gonna be there, because then we can just catch a fucking upgrade like we did last time.
Oh, apparently Santana Ortiz are not in good terms right now with each other.
I heard about that.
And Conan reported it to be true.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Because they've been looking at single bookings on the indie events instead of tag team bookings.
Yeah, and Santana's been fucking MIA for weeks.
Yeah, I think Ortiz is in a way being better than Santana.
I think Santana was nursing an injury, but
the fact that if them two are fucking are not in speaking terms in a way, that's not good. Because they used to be, I felt like they were the most solid tag team on AEW's roster, as a duo than every other tag team there was, other than FTR and Young Bucks. But 3 solid core tag teams on AEW was the Bucks, FTR, and Proud and Powerful. But now they're putting Hasselblack into different shit.
Well, I wouldn't say. I probably wouldn't say Proud and Powerful. I would say FTR, the Bucks, and the Lucha Bros.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I wouldn't throw Proud and Powerful in there because right now they just haven't really been much of a tag team for months now.
Yeah.
So, but I'm just curious. I'm curious as to what the fuck is what their problem with each other is.
Some people get falling out sometimes.
Yeah, I guess so, man.
Just Eddie Kingston can't talk sense into him.
I'm patiently waiting for a heel turn from fucking either Max Caster or Anthony Bowens.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they're gonna split those two up eventually. Anthony Bowens was a solid singles competitor in Indy.
Yeah.
He really was. He held the fucking Battle Club Pro title for the longest time.
Yep.
So,
now they have to deal with the ass boys.
The ass boys. Fucking ass boys, bro. Oh my god. Those guys.
Anybody in the comment section have a question for us that we can answer? Because there's really nothing else to talk about.
Yeah. Oh, James, if you're still listening in the comments, so I brought this up to Rodney. I know we were supposed to try to do the food testing, the Australian snack testing at Angelica's birthday party. We might actually have to now postpone that again. Since Andrew has work and I'm probably not going to be there now because my son doesn't seem to want to go to the party anymore. But I did have an idea. So I was thinking that every month, at least once a month, we could get like one of those cool snack boxes from like either Japan, or recently I just discovered this new company. I think they're called Bussin' Snacks, and they have like you can get shit from like all over the world. You can get stuff from Switzerland, you can get shit from China, Japan, and we can do a cool like little snack taste testing type thing. So I think that would be dope. Just to get the guys together, we can all hang out and shit, do like a a little like group broadcast type thing. I think it would be cool.
That sounds fun. I
think it would be nice.
Get everybody onto the camera, do like a little,
and possibly we could even do a collab at the Four Corners.
Yeah.
And get those guys together. We actually had so for everybody in the comments, if you guys don't already follow the Four Corners of Commentary, so I came up myself the last time we did a collab with them on the Four Corners. I came up with Barricade the Four Corners, which is basically our collab situation with them. So eventually we're going to try to do some collab shows with those guys too. We might actually try to get like a little banner made that says Barricade the Four Corners. It's going to probably be like a combination of our Behind the Barricade banner and their banner. So I think it would be dope.
I think we're working on possibly a couple weeks doing like a trivia night type of show where we, the Behind the Barricade people, take on the Four Corners people, and
we're also going to try to do. We're also going to try to do like a team game night, where it'll be Behind the Barricade versus the Four Corners of Commentary. If we can get all the guys together, pretty much, maybe we'll do something at Rodney's house in the backyard. We'll see. So yeah, we got big things coming for the show, guys. It's going to be fun. We just got to get it all coordinated.
Bitch, I will be going to the birthday, but not staying there the whole day because I got work, and I already I took off on Sunday and yesterday to go to Pennsylvania with my family and hang out there. I went golfing yesterday, played like shit, like always.
No more PTO for you, senor.
But I guess think it's time to wrap up.
Yeah, we've been only going like an hour and a half. It's supposed to be a 2-hour show. What the fuck?
I know it's a two-hour show, but there's really nothing to talk about.
I know.
There's like nothing in the wrestling world. Like this week for Raw and SmackDown has been boring. Maybe next week the build-up for the fuck was that? Was that a new drop?
What the fuck was all that about, Rodney?
What are your new drops? What are your new drops?
Who in the what? In the what? What? Did you play that again?
City boy! City boy!
Or City Boy? Where's that from?
I can't tell you. You gotta figure it out.
God damn, that shit scared the shit. I thought fucking Andrew was doing like a Mexican grito or something, bro. Like that scared the fucking shit out of me, dude.
I thought that was you.
Oh damn, we gotta get Rodney, we gotta get a soundboard clip of a fucking Mexican grito, bro.
For real.
For when I talk about some Mexican shit. Whenever we talk about Mexican wrestlers, throw that in there.
But yeah, so Monday we have the 20th celebration for Ray. Tomorrow the Beast returns.
I'm just praying to God tomorrow SmackDown's fucking decent, man. SmackDown's really been letting me down the last 2 weeks. And surprisingly, Raw let me down big time this week. So they're going to have to fucking redeem themselves next week, hopefully. Next week is the Garden.
Yeah.
This coming Monday.
Mitch said, "Is Roddy naked? Is that why we can't see him?"
Yeah, Rodney, you got your titties out on camera, bro? Is that why?
Or is he eating?
He's possibly eating. He might be eating. I don't know.
Something's
going on over there. We haven't.
Something's a brewing at the Harris household.
It's always something at the Harris household.
But yeah, I guess I'm gonna wrap it up. We'll be because next week we'll have Mike back, and it will be a little bit longer because we'll have another co-host.
I'm sure Mike's gonna want to fucking get some shit talking next week.
Yes, bring back shit talking with Mike. We'll bring back the him situation. Hit the mark.
Hit the mark. The him situation is that aren't they the fucking
The him segment.
the hair restoration company?
The him.
Now they make like cheap Viagra or some shit. They went from fucking making shit to grow your hair back to making like fucking Cialis.
But for everybody that tuned in today, for Jessica Hoffman, for our lovely co-host Michael Steinberg for popping in, for Mitch, for James, for Smooth, for Striker, for K Marvel, I'd like to say thank you for dropping in.
James Pearson.
I said James.
You just said James? Okay.
Yes, I said James.
Okay.
And I'd like to say thank you, everybody, for listening. I'd like to thank Mark, my co-hosts Mark and Rodney, for coming on tonight, talking some wrestling, giving some hot takes. Rodney with his Woo, Ric Flair tweet of the week, Mark's little hitting the mark segment on Edge. But everybody be safe this weekend. Have a nice weekend. It'll be my goddaughter's second birthday coming up, so we'd love for her to have a great birthday.
Should be a good one.
And everybody have a great time watching Death Before Dishonor.
Mitch, what the fuck?
I know, he asked that. But I'd like to say, everybody, please be safe. We'll have more to talk about next week. Hit up BTB Live on Mondays from 6 to 8 as Rodney, Mark, and Chris talk about AEW and NXT.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna have plenty to talk about next week. Are we gonna do the ROH pay-per-view on Monday or Thursday?
Thursday.
Yeah.
Thursday? Okay.
So next week, back live here, 7 to 9, we'll be covering the Ring of Honor stuff, SmackDown and Raw, and those SmackDown preview before SummerSlam. But one last time, I'd like to thank our sponsors at TapThatMall.com. TapThatMall.com is a place where you can find unique brands and designers with just a tap of your finger. With so much content out there on the interweb, it can be a bit overwhelming to find what you're looking for. Luckily, Tap That Mall organizes the chaos with our directory and guides you to where you need to be, all from the comfort of your home. Have fun, and thanks for tapping. That's Tap That Mall. If you end up buying a t-shirt or any products in there, please message one of us. You can find me at Drew Kratz on Facebook, at A Killer Kratz on Instagram. You can find me on Twitter at Andrew Kratz 54. Mark, do you have any socials?
Yeah, you can find me on Facebook at MarkJDM Ray, or you can find me on Instagram at REY92. That's AREEWHY92.
Rodney, what are your socials?
Rodney Harris 95 on Twitter, and Rod_Binks on Instagram.
You can find us on Twitch at Behind the Barricade 1. You can find us also on Instagram at Behind the Barricade 1. You can find us here on Facebook on Behind the Barricades. Just if you buy anything from Tap That Mall, send it to us. We'll show it off on stream on the show.
Facts, yo.
But everybody, please have a good night, and we'll see you next week.
I will see you guys on Monday.